What's up, ladies and gents?
What's up?
It's HOODRAT and Alex.
Back again.
Back again.
Always.
Always back again. So sometimes he's kind of...
Sometimes I'm not back again, but no, today I'm back again.
I'm sorry, I gotta give him a little bit.
I guess I should say sometimes instead of always, sometimes back again.
But, we're gonna do a review on something that I picked up for the wife. Because she was just like, you know what, I think I want to try it. I think I want to try it. She's not, my wife's not much of a vapor, but when she says she wants something like that, I'm quickly to jump.
Hey.
I'm like, hey, yeah, take interest in my interest. You know? So, but we're gonna be looking at the T-PRIV here. That thing just light up.
The thing is cool looking. Thing's a brick, absolutely just solid
this
as
thing
can be.
Is solid.
Yeah.
But there are some flaws to this thing. I will say.
Little small things.
Nothing just major, but there are some flaws to it. And for me, there's one flaw about this thing where I'm just kind of like, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
I will say it pisses me off. But overall, it is a good, solid, sturdy device. It's been dropped. I've gotten liquid in the actual little cutouts where it lights up. No problems with it. No problems with it. But the one thing about it that we will get into, there's just, it aggravates the shit out of me. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
But before we get into that, let's talk about how good it is. It goes up, let's see, I can't remember how far it goes up to. Let me check that out real quick.
It goes up pretty quick too, so you don't got to sit there.
220 watts. It goes up to 220.
220 watts, which is, a lot more than most people would ever really need.
Yes.
But you got it if you want it.
And once you, let me see, where'd it go? Alright, once you get up to 100 watts, let's see, anything below 99 watts goes in 0.1 increments. Once you get up past 100 watts, it goes in 1 increments. So that's pretty cool. It makes it a little easier to scroll to the wattage you want to. And then it's got your standard temperature control, stainless steel, NI-80, titanium, all that kind of jizz. I said jizz. And then it's got your dual battery monitoring. It shows you your ohms, your volts, and I believe it got like a 10, 15 second cutoff, something like that.
Screen's very easy to navigate, very easy to see, and the location of it, it's sitting right there, so when you look down and you hit this thing, it's just right there in your face. It's right there in your face. You can see what's going on. But I will say that's another thing to me. I'm just kind of like, I don't like the screen being right there. So, for, I don't know, for about 70, 80 bucks, it comes with your standard Baby Beast tank, which is very... Everybody's got 900 videos on the Baby Beast and the big Baby Beast.
There's no point in us talking about the Baby Beast, so I put the dead rabbit on there, because, what else can we say about the Baby Beast? It's the Baby Beast tank, So, man, it's hard for me on this one. It is a good, solid device. I will say it is a good, solid device, but it's hard for me to recommend it to people, given the fact of the couple of flaws that I have with it. There's just certain things about it that I don't like about it, and it makes it kind of hard for me to be like, yeah, go ahead and pick that up. If somebody's like, what do you think about the T-PRIV? I'll tell them it's a good device, but it has its flaws. And I have heard about a bunch of these just kind of crapping out on people.
There has been a few devices from SMOK that just seem to, I don't know what it is about the devices with SMOK, but they seem to just, some of them just kind of crap out on you, and there's no real rhyme or reason why, they just do. But I like this. It's pretty comfortable in your hand. It's kind of reminiscent of like the old school like Sigelli 100s, like just those big old brick mods that they used to have, and I personally like that. I still run, old Sigelli kind of stuff like that, old nice big just boxy mods. And I like that. The fire bar is very comfortable. Just squeeze it. It's right there. There's no trying to find your button. There's no issue with that. Just right there, nice and easy.
I like the fire button. I will say that.
And then the lights, man, they look cool. And you can have all kinds of different settings. There's a
fade. There's a pulse,
and then you can have solid, and you can pick your color.
They got it to where they got options to where you can set it to where the light is always on, when the screen is just on, or just when you're hitting that fire button.
Which how we have it set up right now. You know, the screen is on right now, but you know, no lights until I hit the fire button. So, but I mean, this is a very cool device. I like it. The one big con that I know that both me and him have is you can't really fit much more than a 24mm device on here because there's a beveling. The screen right here is actually kind of protruding. It kind of sticks up a little bit, and that prevents you from sticking anything bigger than a 24, maybe 25mm device.
I think 25 and a half is about as
25 and a half. And then it won't fit on there. It won't make connection. So you are kind of limited in the amount of devices that you can put on here, but that's not a huge con. You know, most people, I don't know a whole lot of people that still run around with 30mm, you know, RDAs or anything anymore. But,
no, they're 28's about the biggest you generally see for the most part nowadays. But you can't. You can't put anything bigger than like a 25mm on there.
And for us,
it drives me freaking
we
crazy.
like options. You know, if we for some reason want to go out and get that, like, what is it, that Modfather 40mm, yeah, that gigantic 40mm RTA, man, it's not gonna go on this guy. Not gonna work. But overall, I mean, it's a slick looking device. It looks almost like a transformer or something. It looks like you ripped off Optimus Prime's dick and you started vaping it. You know, that's kind of how I see it. You know, but
that's the thing. When I first started seeing pictures about it, I was like, I want it.
Yeah, no, it was so cool. And then now they have so many freaking color options for this thing. Now you can have one to match any outfit for any part of the day that you have.
Yeah, you can have one for every day of the week.
Every single day of the week. And this one right here, you know, you see we got the white and then the rainbow fire bar. And this rainbow fire bar, it's nice, but they kind of...
SMOK's rainbow is not a rainbow.
If you compare that to something like the rainbow on the 22, where like you can see the color shifts and all that.
This is a rainbow.
That is a rainbow. This is like... almost like your red, green, blue almost, you know, you're just kind of getting a fade of red, green, and blue in there.
And that's the way the actual, like if you were to get the rainbow mod, that's exactly the way it'd be. It'd be orange and blue on one side, green and purple on the other.
Yeah.
You know, and
so it's a lot, you know, some people may like this, but to us, you know, when we think rainbow, we think like that. We think like the Captain or like the 22, you know, RDA, the Pulse 22.
Where it's like every time you turn it and the light hits it, it's a different color.
Yeah.
They should have just called this a multicolored deal.
Yeah, I could see that being a more accurate description. Yeah, this thing, you know, it goes up to 220 watts. It does everything that you could really need it to do. The temperature control on it. Have we tried the temperature control? I don't remember.
I played with it a little bit, but I mean, it's temperature control.
It's SMOK temperature control, so it's not the most accurate, but it'll get the job done. But I mean, overall, it feels nice in the hand. It's definitely solid. Like you said, it's been dropped a few times. It's
and
you know,
the other con that I have with it, besides that beveling right there on the screen where you can't fit anything bigger than the 25, I don't like the fact that the screen is on the top, because if there's leaking going on, guess where it's going?
Going right on the
straight to your screen. And the one other thing that I do not like about this device is your plus and minus buttons are right there on the back. I've actually cranked my wattage up without knowing, because that's just the way you grab it. Your fingers just kind of gravitate right there to it, and next thing you know, you're turning your wattage up or down.
Yeah,
and
I could definitely see that being an issue. Yeah, because I mean, the way that this fires, it doesn't really fire here at the bottom. The actual kind of button for the bar is up here at the top, and so you kind of gravitate more towards the top of that fire bar. And yeah, I mean, you can even see now with me just, you know, grabbing it, my fingers are right over those two buttons. So I could easily see accidentally grabbing this thing and then just cranking the watts way on up there, and then, you know, the next thing you know, you're getting a, you know, death hit.
Yeah.
You know, you're sitting there choking up a freaking lung because you got a dry
That's
hit.
the problem a lot of people had with the T-PRIV. They would forget to hold that lock button and lock it. And the next thing you know, you're vaping 220 watts and just killing yourself. So yeah, I wish they would have put those buttons somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it
is what it is.
The buttons are nice and responsive. They're very clicky. I mean, you can hear them. So they're very, very nice and clicky. So I don't really have a whole lot of issue with that. The biggest issue I'm having with these is, like he was saying earlier, is that a lot of these are coming up dead for almost no reason. You know, a lot of issues with, quality control at SMOK. Some of these are getting out and they're only lasting like maybe a week, a month, and then you're having to go out and buy another mod. Other than that, I don't really have much bad to say about it. The battery tray is very nice. It's kind of down here, stick your fingernail, and then there's your batteries right there. Very easy to get in and out. Just kind of slide them back in
It's
here.
a very solid device.
Oh yeah, it's solid as can be.
And the battery tray is very solid. No wiggling, no button rattle. It's a solid device. It's just the few little flaws that I have with it. It just it makes it hard for me to just recommend it to people, because I can see a lot of problems going wrong with that screen once juice gets down into it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I've gotten juice down in these grooves.
Yeah, down in these grooves, and the thing is still going strong.
It lights up perfectly. There's no problems with it, but.
So we haven't personally had any issues, but we have heard of people with issues with this. So it's kind of and another thing that I just noticed that might become an issue is that you have a micro USB port right here for charging, and I'm assuming upgradable firmware.
You would be correct.
It's right there at the top, man. It's right there. So if juice does happen, if something happens and it leaks, or you have a tank on here and you drop it and the glass breaks, it's very likely that it could end up right inside that micro USB port, and
and you're fucked.
Yeah, I was going to say electronics don't tend to like moisture, so that right there is an issue on its own. But overall, it's a solid device. It's a sturdy device. It's a cool looking device. I will, these SMOK has been coming out with some very cool looking devices lately. I will give them that 100%. But it's kind of, other than the looks, there's nothing in the performance that really jumps out and screams like, innovative or, just amazing. It's a nice device. It's a good device, but it's not really breaking the mold other than with aesthetics.
Yeah, this was SMOK's kind of gimmick device, and now since they put that one out, they're putting out a device every week, man, left and right. They got a new one coming out.
SMOK has just been, really, really just flooding the market with different stuff, and that's not really a bad thing.
They're trying, to me, I feel like they're trying to reproduce the greatness that the Alien had, and they're just kind of falling short.
Mm-hmm.
None of them are really just doing that great. I could see the G-PRIV 2 being a good seller.
Mm-hmm. G-PRIV 2 being a good seller. I know that they have one coming out. I'm not exactly sure of the name, but it looks like a gun handle.
Oh, shit.
It's called like the Magnum or
the
Mag or something like that.
Yeah.
And again, it's mostly aesthetic. It looks like a gun handle, and that's kind of the selling point. That's
one thing I don't like about it. I'm not a gun kind of person, and to me, I'm just like, y'all are promoting the wrong things.
I see people going to the airport, man, and they are getting screwed left and right because
I didn't even think about it.
You remember the old cool fires that look like a grenade? Yeah, those old cool fires, man. People were getting them confiscated and taken away at airports and stuff because it looked like a grenade. You can't have things that look like weapons in your bag going on an airplane. You just can't. So, they're going to see you in a bag and something that looks like a gun handle in your bag or in your pocket or whatever, and they're immediately going to say, no, hang on, we're going to have to pull you aside, check this, make sure. It seems like it'll be a lot more of a hassle than it's worth.
Yeah.
The obvious answer to that is don't take it to an airport. Don't take it anywhere where, they're going to search you or they're going to check you and then they're going to see this, gun-looking thing that you have. But,
I'm sorry I haven't been so vocal in this video. I'm working on something for another video that we're going to do that's going to be a little special treat for everybody. We're hoping it's going to be hilarious. But I just wanted to let y'all know why I'm always looking down like this in this video, because I'm working on something right now. So, but my opinion on this thing is that it's a good, solid device, but it's hard for me to recommend. I know I've said it a million times in this video already, but just the few flaws that it has, it makes it very hard for me to recommend it to people. Even though it's a good, solid device, I haven't had any problems with it. It's still, I don't like those things that bad to where it's like, nah, I can't tell you to go out and get this device.
There's a lot more, I guess, ergonomical devices that you could get. They obviously made sure this one was, you look at this and it's for someone who wants something to light up that looks cool, that, it really does. It looks like a transformer.
Yeah. To me, it's their first gimmick device, and that's what it is. It's a gimmick device. Even though, it works. It puts out. It's very gimmicky.
Yeah. definitely very gimmicky. It's pretty wide too. This is another one that's kind of heavy that, you stick this in your pocket, you're going to know it's there.
You're going to be weighing your pants down.
It's going to weigh your pants down. It's going to bulge out of your pockets, unless you're wearing, nice baggy jeans. So it's going to be, it's almost, I don't want to say it's a coffee table mod, like one that you just leave at home, but it's not far from it.
I would say, to me, it's more of a display mod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this again, a lot of people I could see going out to, a party or a bar or something.
Yeah, a party talker. Man.
Yeah, conversation piece. That's more what it is than anything else for me. It's just it's a SMOK product that looks cool, that works fine for us. Some people have had their issues, but you're gonna have issues with any mod you have. You're just gonna be duds. So, but overall, I don't know. You wanna go ahead and rate this thing, man?
I'd give it a solid 6.
6?
6.
Yeah, I was gonna say around the 5, 6 area, just because, like he was saying, this is a gimmicky mod. This is something that says, hey, look at me. That's basically what its main purpose was. Hey, look at me.
Yep.
And there's other devices that do what this does, but it's more ergonomical.
I will say, when it comes to all the light up mods, I find this one probably the more interesting because they made it look like a transformer.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't care who you are, even if it's gimmicky, it's cool. Like the Chaos mod that has just the one LED on the front, that was kind of cool. And then you got like the Pro Color that has again the one LED kind of running around the front.
Yeah.
The LED lights. If you like LED and light up stuff, you're gonna love all this kind of stuff. But yeah, for me, this kind of went more of this went kind of looks over performance for me.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. It's more looks than performance.
And again, like we were saying, if you're looking for a device that just looks cool, that you say, you want people to look at it and say, what is that? Hey, that looks cool. Do that again. Then this would be good for you. But for me personally, I'm more into function. I'm a
functionality guy.
I'm function over looks, and this one right here is just mainly looks. So I give it a 6. He gives it a 6. Very kind of decent. It's a decent device, but it definitely has its problems. Would I recommend this? I'd recommend it to somebody who just really wants something that looks cool. Other than that, no, there's other devices out there that'll do what you need it to and be a lot sleeker, a lot easier to carry around. And
yeah, if somebody asked me which light up mod should I get, I would recommend the T-PRIV.
T-PRIV all day.
But if somebody's asking me which, what's the best mod I could possibly get that's potentially not going to mess up on me or it's going to work the best for me, it would not be the T-PRIV.
No, it would not be the T-PRIV. But we got a review coming up shortly of one that I would definitely recommend for just for a little bit of looks, but mostly for functionality. And for
Voopoo?
I am talking about the Voopoo. We got the drag coming up, a video coming up soon, and that thing got. I'm ready for that one, man. It's so cool. But this device, if you want something that looks cool, go out and get it. If you want something that's a little more functional and a little more easy to carry around with you, look somewhere else. Just because this thing is big, it's heavy, and the fact that the screen's right there on the top and juice can just get all over it and everything else, it's just it's not our cup of tea.
No, it's really not. It's really not. But hey, the fact that the wife likes it, I'm happy with it.
Oh yeah, no, and I mean that's the other thing. People who aren't really into vaping and everything, and they see something like this, they makes them stop and they makes them go, whoa, what is that? What is that? And then they get curious about it, and if a smoker happens to see it and he's like, well, shit, my cigarette doesn't light up like that. Then cool, fine. I mean, that's...
I will say I wouldn't recommend it to somebody getting off of smoking. No, I would not do that either.
No. There's plenty of good, more light cigarette devices that would help somebody trying to get off smoking. But
you're gonna have to help me out on that one, brother. I can't get it off.
All right. But,
that's pretty much gonna wrap this one up. That's we each give it a good solid 6, and it's because it has flaws that are not that easy to look past. You son of a bitch. I've been sitting there pushing and pushing and pushing. I can't get it out. But so that's going to wrap this video up, man. I wouldn't recommend it to just anybody because it's not that great of a device. It's a good, solid, sturdy, durable device, but it has its flaws to kind of bring it back on down.
Yeah.
So with all that being said, we're going to wrap this one up. Good solid 6, good solid 6, just slightly above average.
Yeah.
And that's going to be it.
Yep.
That's going to be it.
That's all for us for this one.
Yep.
So, you know, like us, like our videos, subscribe. You know, then make sure if you want to, there's a bell. Make sure you click that so that way, you know, you get notifications whenever we do upload a video. So that way you can be one of the first to see it.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I ain't mentioned that yet.
I forget about it all the time. But comment, let us know what you think of the videos. If you like it, cool. If you think that we, you know, can improve in some way, let us know. If you just want to tell us, hey, I think you guys are, you know, ugly and stop doing this, go ahead and say that too. Yeah, that's fine with me.
Flood our channel,
Yeah.
man. Just flood it. Give us all the popularity that we need, regardless if it's bad. I don't care.
Yeah. So, you know, just let us know what everybody thinks. You know, if there's a device you want us to review or look at or anything like that, don't hesitate to tell us. You know, we've been looking for devices ourselves and trying to get up everything that we can. So, if there's anything in particular anyone wants to see, don't hesitate and let us know what it is.
Yeah, let us know right off the bat. So, we're getting out of here. Y'all have a good one.